for our fantastic fish pages, the first thing we need to do is decorate. It doesn't look like a fish, but this is gonna be our fish. This is gonna be the top of our fish, and these are gonna be his fins. Now these two right here are the eyes. So think of it this way, like eyes, mouth, stomach, back, okay? So if you wanna try first with the pencil, that's fine. Or you can just jump right in with crayons. I think I'm gonna go first with pencil just so that I can make sure that I'm doing it right. And I'm going to have my fish, I'm gonna give him like those eyes that have like the white shine on them. Like that. Cutesy little smile. And then I think I want his head to be a different design than like his body. So I'm gonna go like that. And I think I'm actually gonna do just actual fish scales. Okay, we've practiced these before. You don't have to do fish scales though. If you want to do like striped fish or polka dot fish, you can. I kind of want to challenge myself though. And then I'm gonna do, I think he's gonna have stripes on his tummy. And then on his top fin, I'm gonna give him some polka dots. Now I'm gonna trace mine just so it's a little bit easier to see. You do not have to, but you can if you want to. Now that I'm done tracing, I need to color. And remember, we drew a pattern, so we need to color a pattern. So like I'm not gonna color every single stripe the same color. If you wanna do like all warm colors so it looks more like a goldfish or something, that's fine. It is up to you what you wanna color. I think I'm gonna jump right in with some red. I'm gonna do some red fish because I got a red fish at home. And I'm gonna just color the whole thing, and I'm gonna just kind of speed run through this again. That way you don't have to sit here and watch me color the whole time. Remember, if you push harder with the crayon, you'll get a darker color. If you push lighter, you'll get a lighter color. That way you can still use the same crayon, but get different colors. All right, so now that I'm done cutting, I need to cut it out. Now, I will say we're done with the color crayons, but if you don't want the inside of your fish to be white because it's the back of the paper, you can color again like the inside once you've cut it out. That way you just know what color is gonna go where. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna let his inside be white, but we have to be very careful because we're gonna have 4 different pieces and we don't wanna lose them. So we are going to very carefully cut out our fish, and we want to make sure that we get even just like this little piece right here comes out. We don't want that there. We want his tail to be nice and curved. Now you can leave some safety space for this project if you want, but too much safety space and it might ruin the sculpture part. And I'm actually gonna cut this part off separately in a second here, but it was just gonna be easier to do it that way to start. Careful, careful, cutting as carefully as you can. All right, so those are scraps. All right, and then I gotta cut out his 2 separate side fins, and I'm just gonna kind of cut this off. Oop, bumped my camera there. I'm just gonna kind of cut those off separately. That's 1. And that's 2. Okay. So I'm just gonna get rid of my scrap seal real quick, but I'm gonna hang on to my instructions just so that I know that I'm following the right steps. Okay, so we're not actually quite done with our scissors yet. We have to make 2 more small cuts. And we have to cut this thick black line right here and this one right here, because that is going to make it so that we can make our tails go together. Okay. Together. Okay, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you have your glue on hand. So go grab that if you don't have it, because our next step is when we put it all together. To start putting it together, we're actually gonna kind of curve it like this, and we're gonna kind of slide them together like this. All right, so if you don't like that this part of the fish is white, you can go back before we glue anything else down and color. That is up to you. I'm good with that. We're just gonna go like that. Alrighty. So he's kind of fishy, but we need to make him even more fishy. Okay, so on top, we are gonna glue this one on top like this. Alrighty. So if it's easier for you to go back like this to do it, you can, but I'm gonna bend this little bit right here because that's gonna actually go like right up by his eyes. Okay. So we're gonna glue that little bit like that. And then if you wanna curl the paper instead, you can. Maybe you wanna zigzag it. So like maybe you're gonna zigzag it so it's more like sharp. I think I'm gonna just go like this, and I'm gonna bend it so that I can glue that right there. That way he's just got one big bump for his fin. Okay, got a nice long, fabulous top fin there. All right, and now that I know I'm not gonna pull it apart anymore, I can actually glue this to that. And we're gonna hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'm gonna just bend this down a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit too big. A little bit too big for his top fin there. It's got like a little bump on the top. And then you can decide if you want them to have kind of pointy fins or if you want them to have rounder fins. It's up to you and which side you want to glue them on. I'm going to glue them towards the top, so I'm going to put some glue there, glue right up there, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one more. Do it the same way. You don't want one fin of one and one fin of the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. Here is our fantastic fish. Our lovely little sculpture is ready to go.